What's up, people? Welcome back. Today I'm bringing you a live OU battle. And it's like I was looking for an RU battle, but this person just came up with an OU battle. And I see he has a scary team. He has a Metagross. I'm pretty sure that's a Mega Metagross. And I have nothing for that. I'm actually packing my Charizard X, which is bulky, which might be able to take that on. If I'm able to get up a Dragon Dance. My Latios, Assault Vest Heatran, Skarmory, my Turok Obama, and my Milky. So I know that my Turok Obama can take it on. Milky, he won't take too much damage. And maybe I can get a Paralyzed with Body Slam. So I'm going to definitely need Skarmory to stay in. And I can't... No, wait a second. That is not a Mega Metagross. That is Mega Lopunny. There is no way he'll bring in a freaking regular Lopunny. So I'm going to lead off with my... Who's my best I'm going to lead off with my Turok Obama. Because Turok Obama, he can beat Heatran. If it's Lopunny, Lopunny's going to be a problem, but he's going to go for Fake Out, and I can just switch out into my Skarmory. And my Turok Obama, he's just the best person to go out into. I'm going to go ahead and set up my rocks. Because even if he can defog them away with the Mana Buzz, that's 25% that Mana Buzz is taking. To defog, then I could just switch out. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. Show me the Heatran. I dare you to. Like, I see a whole bunch of people lead off with Heatran because they're Stealth Rocker. But I don't lead off with my Heatran because my Heatran is Assault Vest. So my Turok Obama is going to come out here. Looking all Turok Obama-ish. Yep, I knew you were going to lead off with that Heatran. So, I forgot to take a picture of his team. I definitely did. That's great. That's definitely great. So I don't remember his team at all. But you know what? I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. I know he's going to switch out. Oh, you didn't switch out. Clever bastard. Oh no! He was Will-O-Wisping me. You asshole. That's terrible. Okay, now I wish I ran freaking close combat because that would do more damage. Isn't that my Tarakian is pretty much just a sec? That was actually a very good play right there. Guessing that I was going to set up Stealth Rocks. I mean, usually Tarakians don't set up Stealth Rocks. But getting... Oh, that's a nice 2-hit KO. Pop the balloon and everything. As you're going to set up your Stealth Rocks now. And that really won't make any difference because I know you're just going to go ahead and defog away both of them. And my Tarakian will still be alive. I'm just going to go for Sacred Sword. He most likely will switch out into the Mandibuzz. But if he sacks his Heatran, that's good because my Stealth Rocker will still be alive. And he has to defog these away. Because I don't really lose. Wait a second. I do lose a lot because I run a Charizard. Pebbles, that's your Mandibuzz. Depends on how much he takes from this Secret Sword. Not a lot. So I'm thinking about switching out into something that can take this on. Which will be... Because I don't want my Tarakian to die just yet. Wait, what am I talking about? My Skarmory has Stealth Rocks. I kind of want to do as much damage versus this thing as possible. But if I switch out into my Latios, I can go straight for some Draco Meteors. I may just do that. Hopefully he doesn't go for Foul Play or Knockoff or something like that. If you do, that's a really good play. So my Top Flight is going to come out here. And there's the defog. There it is. So I know nothing wants to take a... Well, of course something wants to take a... I forgot. Now I remember. He has a freaking Fairy type on his team. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the trick. That's in case... Like, that Sylveon comes out. Sylveons are really slow, so a Choice Scarf on it really won't make a difference. if I remember correctly. Plus, most of them run HP and special attacks, so they don't run much speed. And Sylveon is kind of countered. Ah, you stayed in. But that does kind of, Oh, yep, that's done. So now I can set up rocks, and he'll have to force a Choice Scarf defog, and I'll just be winning. So now he's stuck in Roost. And I'm going to go for a Side Shock, knowing he's going to switch out. So he's probably going to go into Sylveon, because nobody really wants to take a Draco Meteor. And Sylveon can hold a Side Shock, and then I can switch out into my Heatran, because Sylveon can't do anything to Heatran, especially Assault Vest one. So I know he has Mandibuzz, Sylveon, he has that Heatran, Thundurus, and I don't remember the other two. Hope it's not something that I really will record. Lopunny, so I can remember Lopunny. Every time I do a live, I forget to take a picture of my opponent's team. And you're taking a while. You are taking a long time. So, Mandibuzz, come here often. So now he's going to withdraw his Mandibuzz. He has to, as he's going to go out into his Heatran, actually. I see no problem with that, as I can go ahead and take this thing down. Well, nah, not take this thing down, because it ate up that freaking Side Shock. Maybe a Draco Meteor can take this thing down, because I really don't want it to set up Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor. If he switches out into Sylveon now, then good play, bro. Good play. But I'm hoping that this Draco Meteor takes down his Heatran. If you run Assault Vest Heatran, then that's even more props to you. No, it can't run Assault Vest because he used Will-O-Wisp. So, is this thing going to go down? No, it doesn't. Ah, that sucks. That definitely does suck. As you're going to Will-O-Wisp my... He probably thought I was going to switch out. But I thought that Draco Meteor would kill. Well, you learn things every day. Like, Heatrans are bulky as shit. It's not I'm just going to go for a Side Shock to finish this thing off. It would have been horrible if he set up Stealth Rocks, because then again, I do have my Skarmory. I don't want to break this 30. But having this Heatran out the way is great, because my, that's one less counter for my Skarmory. Skarmory won't sweep or anything, but it's great to have a wall out. You really think about your moves. So now he's going to withdraw his Heatran, as then I'll be able to set up my Stealth Rocks. As you go out into Sylveon now, but I'm not going to go for Draco Meteor, but I'm pretty sure Psyshock won't do anything, because I am at -2. So at this point, I'm going to switch out into my Heatran. And I'm thinking that he's going to go for a Wish. This Terrakion burned 2 of my Pokemon. F that. Oh yeah, I forgot I have Miltank on my team. I ain't worried about that. I got Heal Bell. And my Miltank is super bulky, so I can get a Heal Bell off on these 2 Pokemon. And that'd be great for Terrakion. I probably should have switched out as soon as he went out into his own Heatran, because I can take some attacks from Heatran. If this thing is going to go for Hyper Voice, that's no problem at all. Is now I'm going to just go for a Flash Cannon. I feel like he's going to switch out into his own Heatran. So maybe I should have went for Earth Power. I lose nothing by going for Earth Power, because obviously he's going to switch out. And if he goes out into his own Heatran, yeah, it's at low health. What am I talking about? So yeah, this thing can hold a freaking Flash Cannon to the face right here. And I don't have to worry about this Heatran anymore. Burning anything or setting up Stealth Rocks. I still have 2 Stealth Rockers. So my Charizard is looking good right here. And I don't even know if I need Charizard this match. Not having Charizard will really help in taking care of that Lopunny. Because Lopunny can't one-hit KO. And there, speaking about the Lopunny, I'm gonna go out into my Skarmory right now. And Fake Out plus High Jump Kick will not be able to KO, so I can just keep going for Roost. So this Lopunny is gonna Mega Evolve. And I feel the Fake Out coming. Are you gonna guess? I mean, are you gonna make a good prediction and go for a High Jump Kick? Nah, that's the Fake Out right there. And you're gonna take this Rocky Helmet damage. And I'm gonna just Roost up. Should I Roost? I'm gonna go for a Brave Bird. Now I'm gonna set up Stealth Rocks. As, yep, they're gonna withdraw the Lopunny, as I'm gonna be able to set up the Stealth Rocks right here. And I can switch right back out in my Heatran. My Heatran is Assault Vest. It can take anything this thing wants to go for. And I almost went out into my freaking Latios because I forgot that I tricked the Choice Scarf to that Mandibuzz. So my Heatran can take anything this Thundurus is going for, even if it goes for a Focus Blast. So that Thunderbolt is going to do... That does a lot, actually. I thought it would do less. But I'm going to go for Flamethrower now. As nobody wants to take a Flamethrower, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Heatran is gone. So I can just go for a Flamethrower. Maybe this thing will have Focus Blast, maybe. But he has to risk a miss. He has to risk a miss. Oh, you're going to go for another Thunderbolt. That's not going to do much, bro. Is you're just going to hold this Flamethrower right here. Oh, you live, though. You live. I'm sorry, Heatran, you're going to have to go down at this point. As I'm kind of sad that I have to get rid of my Sylveon immunity. Because I do have some Pokemon that are weak to Sylveon. So at this point, I gotta go into my my Latios, because that's the only thing that can really take this thing on. So I'm gonna go for Shy Shock this time, because I feel like he's gonna switch right back out into Sylveon. And Sylveon might not be able to take 2 Psyshocks because I'm not at -2 this time. This actually, you're taking too long, bro. Thundurus is, it's like, I would have, if I didn't have Latios, I'd probably switch out into my freaking Miltank. I'm not sure if Miltank can take anything from Thundurus because it is defensive, but he goes out into his Metagross now. And I kind of want to go out into my Miltank because I feel like my Miltank can take this thing on relatively well. But then I'll have to risk, because Meteor Mash can get some attack ups. Some, like, it can make it. And I don't really have much to do. I have Power Up Punch and Body Slam. Will not be able to KO this thing. So I'm going to have to go out into Skarmory again. I know he's not going to be switching back and forth between his Thundurus, because I do have the Stealth Rocks up. And he has to think twice before bringing in Mandibuzz, because Mandibuzz takes Stealth Rock damage. It can defog, but it's Choice Scarfed into it. And I don't really care if you go for an Agility. So the leftover show, you're not going to be doing too much damage. You may have Thunder Punch, but I'm just going to Roost because I am fully defensive. You better not have Double Dance, like Agility, Swords Dance, and he sweeps my whole team. That would suck. So, I'm actually glad this thing is in Mega Metagross. Oh, he's going to withdraw into... his Sylveon. I wonder why. Cause Sylveon, I resist, so a Hyper Voice won't be doing too much. But I do have to preserve my Skarmory. Anybody want to take a Hyper Voice? Oh, I can switch out into Charizard because it is, like I say, Charizard is not a dragon type just yet, so it will be a resisted attack. But I don't have Roost. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to go out into Charizard. If Hyper Voice does not do too much, I'll just set up a Dragon Dance without Mega Evolving. Hopefully, I won't take too much damage from this. So my Charizard, all shiny like. Hidden Power! Hidden Power! Do not be Hidden Power, Rock! Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. And that was a crit, too. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a Dragon Dance. So I don't have to Mega Evolve just in case he wants to go for a Hyper Voice or something like that. Maybe he is choice specs based on like how he was predicting. I'm not sure, but just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a Dragon Dance without Mega Evolving. And I don't have to worry about Thunder Waving me because it is not a prankster Thundurus. Well, it's not it's a regular it's not a regular Thundurus. It's a Thundurus Therian, so it doesn't have prankster, and I can outspeed it after setting up a Dragon Dance. Then I don't have to worry about Metagross because Metagross can't KO me with a Bullet Punch. So you wanted to go ahead and set up an Agility on my Pokemon? Well, I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance on you. Come on, you're just thinking really hard, ain't you? But it's not going to work. I'm glad this thing doesn't have HP Rock. Is that a thing, HP Rock Sylveon? Yeah, it's most likely choice specs. So Zen is Metagross. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a Dragon Dance. That's nice. So now I can Mega Evolve, outspeed this thing, and go for a Flare Blitz. And is that a sweep with the rest of his team? I think it's a sweep. I want to go for Earthquake, but I don't want to risk this thing just effing me up. So I'm going to go for a Flare Blitz. I'm going to take a lot of damage from Flare Blitz. So the Mega Evolve just comes through right here. Of course it comes through. It's not going to fail. What if it could fail? What if it was based off of friendship? Like if it's not friendly enough, a Mega Evolution would fail. So this Metagross does go down. That was a threat to my team. And I take a lot of damage recoil from that Flare Blitz. He doesn't have too much of them left in him. But I don't have to worry about going for... He just messaged me. He said the toughest question is always if it's X or Y. That's true. That is true, my friend. So I'm thinking if this freaking Mandibuzz can take a Flare Blitz. Do I have to risk it though? I don't want to risk it. I can go out into my Milky. Go for a Heal Bell, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to go out into Milky. And I'm going to go for a Heal Bell. Put my Terrakion back up. And, like, he put him back in the fight, what I mean. I don't like this shiny Milky. Oh, you're going to go for a Defog. I should have just went straight for a Flare Blitz. Ah, that sucks. But I will be able to get off this Heal Bell, though. And I still have 2 Stealth Rockers on my field. I know he's going to switch out, too. I don't like shiny Milky. He's all blue and stuff. I don't like blueberry milk. I want a regular Milky. But this is... It's like, I made this one, but now looking at it, I just kind of want a regular Milky. Milky's been with me for so long. So go ahead and switch out. So it's going to withdraw the Mandibuzz and Bun. Funny thing is, I feel like I can take a high jump kick because I am fully defensive. As I'm gonna heal these burns. I'm gonna go out in the Skarmory. Most likely gonna go for a high jump kick. The safest play. But if you do switch out in the Thunderous predicting, then I could just go right back out into my yeah, that's right. So he's trying to get rid of my Skarmory so his freaking so is what's the name of it? So is I forgot the name of it. Why do I always forget the name when I'm doing a live? But so his Lopunny can come back in. But Milky did his job. I'm sorry, I know Milky cannot take a Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure this thing is specs as hell. So I'm pretty sure my Milky's going to go down at this point. You did good with the Heal Bell. So you're going to go for Volt Switch actually. Not bad. And this thing is most likely specs. I have to ask if this thing is specs afterwards. Can't really ask right now because it'll close out this. So you're going to go out into your Bella. This ain't looking good at all. Now you can make some plays. You're going to go for Hyper Voice, aren't you? Nobody wants to take a Hyper Voice. Let's go for Body Slam. Body Slam! That's not going to do much. So yeah, it's going to go for a Hyper Voice. And my Milky's going to faint. I'm sorry, Milky. But if you're a regular one, then you probably would have took that. So, I'm thinking about going right back out into my Terrakion and setting up Stealth Rocks because that helps a lot. It keeps that freaking Thunderous out. And then I can go out into my freaking Latios and keep going for Psyshocks. Because the only problem is dealing with that Thunderous. So I'm going to go out into my Terrakion just to set up rocks. I can go for the Earthquake and take this thing out. But then if he goes out in the Thunderous, he can KO me. Which is more of a threat. Yeah, I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks. So that's no problem at all. He's going to go for Hyper Voice. Of course, I'm going to go down. And I'm going to go out into my Latios to go for a Psyshock. If Psyshock doesn't kill, then that's very unfortunate. I may get swept. Well, not swept. I may lose. So I'm going to go for a Psyshock now. Maybe I should go for Draco Meteor, thinking about Mandibuzz. But even then, I still have Skarmory as my Stealth Rocker. And I could Draco Meteor the Mandibuzz. I'm not sure if it can take a Draco Meteor. If that thing is specially defensive and it ate up those defensive moves like that, I mean, not defensive, the attack moves like that, then I need to get a freaking Mandibuzz. I mean, I ran Mandibuzz back on Showdown when these Megas were first getting released. Like, it took on Mega Metagross very well. As Mandibuzz is going to come in, and I'm not sure if it can take a Draco Meteor that well. Especially at this percent. I gotta hope. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Draco Meteor. And I'm hoping this thing kills. Take the Mandibuzz out. And it goes down. That's great. So these rocks are here to stay. That's great. And that's less text to my Skarmory. And that freaking Lopunny's going to have a hard time. And I can still keep my Latios alive because it will not be when it KO'd by a move from Thunderous. Even if it's Choice Specs Hidden Power Ice. So now he's going to go out into his Thunderous. I don't think that was a good play because he can he could have just went out into his how do I say, he could have went out into something to lure out my Skarmory so it could bring in this Thundurus. But now I can go for Side Shock. I know it's not going to win it KO, even if it's Specs. I'm not sure if it's Specs or not. Maybe not. Like I said, I gotta ask him, but the Side Shock is going to take this thing out because it's at low health. That's an unnecessary crit. Like, you're just overkill. That's overkill, Latios. God dang, have mercy. So, it looks like Latios wins at this point. No, he doesn't. Mega Lopunny does outspeed my Latios. That's what I mean. It's not the best play because he can go out into Mega Lopunny, and it could take out my Latios. Unless you do not have Ice Punch. No, you do have Ice Punch. What were you thinking? I'm just kidding. So, that's going to be a bad time for my Latios right there. But I can just go out into my Skarmory and go for a Brave Bird. Unless it's something I'm forgetting about. I know he still has that Pokemon in the back. I really hope it's nothing too important. Who was it? Oh yeah, it was this thing. But yeah, this freaking Bella is going to take a Brave Bird right to the body. And that's not going to be able to it's not going to be able to live that. And even after the Brave Bird damage and you break my Sturdy, a Thunder Punch will not be able to take me down, I'm pretty sure of. That's because I'm max defensive, of course. That's every freaking Skarmory. Has there ever been a specially defensive Skarmory that just wrecks? No, it can't be, because when you use like a fire type or a thunder type, this thing is going to go down anyway. There's no way it can take a specially defensive attack. So I'm going to just go for Roost the Scout for this thing's attacks. As he goes for the high jump kick. It's going to connect, and it's going to take a decent chunk. As I'm just going to go for a Roost. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just went straight for a Brave Bird. Not really stalling this out. So I'm going to go for Brave Bird now. I don't feel good stalling people out. That'd be horrible. Thunder Punch! Oh, it doesn't do much. It doesn't do any more than high jump kick. I was actually afraid for a second there. Like, Thunder Punch! No! Why didn't you go for Thunder Punch before? But no, high jump kick is more powerful. Because I'm going to be able to take out the Lopunny, and that is good game, bro. That was actually a very good battle. It would have been great if I took a picture of the team. He probably didn't take a picture of the team either, considering how he was playing. Because if you take a picture of the team, you will play more aggressively because you know their team, you know their switches, you know everything. And that is a good game. And thanks for battling me, Mylo. And thanks for watching. If y'all want to see more, hit the like button. Subscribe also. And thanks for watching as always. Bye.